What is up, YouTube? This is Juggernaut097 bringing you guys another video today. And today I'm going to be doing my WWE Monday Night Raw review for July 6th, 2015. And this show was in Chicago, Illinois at the All-State Arena. Sorry about botched out right there. And this show was freaking awesome. I liked this show. This was a good Raw. Like right when Raw went on the air, this felt like a big Raw. Like this kind of felt like a pay-per-view, but it wasn't a pay-per-view. But this show was fun. I liked it. And let's get started with this review. Let's quit wasting any time. So here we go. So first off, the show kicks off with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar in the ring. You know, pretty much they're talking about how Seth Rollins, how Brock Lesnar, he still Seth Rollins still thought he was still in Japan. Then he goes on to show that he can put a title on anyone, and that end of the day, there is still an idiot that luck his way into the championship. He wants to spell this out for Rollins. He will learn the hard way that Brock Lesnar is the Lord and his client is not a god of love or family or charity. He is a god of violence and retribution. Heyman assures that this is the sword that shall pierce Seth Rollins' shield. And then Heyman wants to know. Heyman wants to look back for a moment, such as when he broke the streak of The Undertaker. Brock did not respect The Undertaker, but he did not disrespect him either. And he wants to show, he wants to talk about how Brock Lesnar conquered John Cena at Suplex City, but Brock Lesnar did not respect Cena, but he did not disrespect him either. And then he wanted to show that Brock wanted the champion take what was his when he showed Roman Reigns what a savage beating truly is. But Brock did not respect Reigns, but he did not disrespect him either. But on the other hand, Seth Rollins, he said that he pretty much violated the 11th commandment, thou shalt not provoke Brock Lesnar. And he pretty much says that, he's pretty much saying that he's going to kick his ass later tonight. He's not going to wait, and he's pretty much saying, but at Battleground, he's trying to, tell he's promoting at Battleground that he's going to be facing him, Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. But tonight he's going to do, he's just going to pretty much beat up Seth Rollins. So, yeah, I like this opening segment. Good opening segment right here. So, yeah. And then next, for the first match of the night we had was the Big Show versus Ryback. And before they lock up, the Miz, he was in the director's chair, and he had a microphone, and he kept being like a cheerleader during this match, which was kind of weird. How he was just being a cheerleader during this match. So they lock up. Miz shouts something really stupid during this. And then he powers Ryback down to the mat, and the crowd chants for Ryback. Another lockup, and Ryback goes behind, then locks in a side headlock. Show punches him into the corner hard. Another go behind, but Show with an elbow. He pulls the straps down, and then in the corner hits a chop. And then while the Miz loudly asks for another one, and then Show a blood. I think that's what I wrote there. And then Miz asks for one more, getting on the apron, but Show goes to swing, but Miz says, "Oh, you missed." And then Ryback takes advantage, getting Show in the corner. Show reverses and gets another chop. He knees Ryback into the midsection, whipped to the rope. Ryback ducks a clothesline and then hits the loose-ass press. Ryback kicks Show down again, and then one more, and then he goes for another one, but Show catches the foot, and then he chops Ryback in the chest. Ryback Then knees in the corner from Show. Another chop to chest. Show gets right back in the corner and goes for butt smash, but splash. But Ryback moves and hits some shoulders. He mounts and hits some rights. The Miz shouts for harder, distracting Ryback, and Show takes advantage. He does a leg flapjack off the turnbuckle. Yeah, he does a flapjack off the turnbuckle. And then we return from commercial break. Miz, it says that he'll never retire. And then Show has Ryback in a submission move. And Miz continues to, pretty much be a cheerleader during this match. And then pretty much Show got let go of the submission hold. And then, yeah, like I say, breaks the submission hold. And then Ryback lifts Show up for a body slam, but the Big Show strength was like too big for Ryback to handle, and falls on top of Ryback for 1-2, but Ryback kicks out. Show with some rights to the gut, whips into the corner, and then we get a Cleveland sucks chant. I thought that was funny. And he was like, "No, I'm not from Cleveland. I'm from Hollywood." So I thought that was funny. And then, but Ryback hits a meat hook clothesline, and then Miz distracts Splash. Miz does a distraction and then splash to Show, but Show moves, then does a choke slam onto Ryback. Big Show then goes up to top rope and does an elbow drop off the top rope. But both men are down, and Miz runs into the ring and he attacks both of them. And Miz was beating up on Ryback, and then he started beating up on Big Show, and then after that they cornered the Miz, and then Miz goes like, no, come on. He tried to team up with Ryback for a little bit, but Ryback wasn't having that, and he was like, you know what, we have this match at Battleground, we don't have to do this match right now. But Ryback gave him a shell shock, and then Big Show gave him a choke slam, and then a meat hook clothesline to Big Show, and then it showed Ryback holding the title up. So yeah, this match ended in a DQ. So yeah, and then next we had was Brie Bella versus Paige. I didn't really like this match that much. Like, probably one of the worst matches of the night on here. But pretty much, Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox, they pretty much tried to take control over Paige. Pretty much trying to hop up on the apron during the whole match. But let's review this match right now. So they lock up. So both girls, they go down to their knees, and then they roll around on the mat for a little bit while they're locked up still. And then Paige sends Brie into the corner and stomps a bit, dropping Brie to her ass. And then Paige runs into an elbow. She runs, and Brie sends her over the top rope to the apron. Brie pulls the hair and forces Paige to slingshot forward down to the ground. Ouch, that looked like that hurt during that match. Brie whips Paige back into the ring and covers for 2, but she kicks out. And then it shows backstage Naomi and Tamina are watching, and then Brie has the left arm locked up, using her knee to force Paige's head away, and then Paige turns it into a pin, but then Brie Bella kicks out a 2, and then Brie with a clothesline to Paige, and then Brie pulls Paige face through the bolt. She pulls Paige's face through the ropes and distracts the ref long enough for Alicia Fox and Nikki Bella to attack Paige, and then Brie hits the ropes and then goes for Paige, but Paige moves out of the way and hits Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox. and then Paige with a move and a pin for 2, but Brie kicks out. Paige gets Brie into the corner, hits a knee, short clothesline, another one, and then she ducks the clothesline and hits a knee to the chin of Brie, and then Paige grabs the leg, but Brie kicks her away. Paige sent Brie into the corner, but Brie hits a kick to the face, and then she throws, and then she fell off the second rope and misses a drop kick. Paige grabs Brie and whips her into Nikki, who is standing on the apron, and then kick to Alicia Fox on the apron, sending her off. But Brie grabs Paige and does a facebuster for the win. So Brie Bella wins the match. Like I said, there was just a whole bunch of distractions going on in this match, which I don't like how the Bella twins are trying to control the Divas division, and they're just trying to control Divas division, which don't really have much power in WWE. I mean, seriously, but yeah, but why can't we just have Charlotte and Sasha Banks already on the main roster? I'm tired of always seeing, Paige versus the Bellas. I'm just tired of this. I want to see something fresh in the Divas division, though. But yeah, I mean, I didn't realize this match, probably, like I said, the worst match of the night. So yeah. And then after that, the match, Alicia Fox attacks Paige with a kick, and then Nikki Bella with a rack attack. So yeah, that was that. And then we had the third match of the night, which was Roman Reigns versus Sheamus. So they lock up, side headlocks from Roman Reigns, hard shoulder to Sheamus, and there is a lot of animosity involved here already. Good way to start the match, really. Sheamus heads outside the ring. He rolls back into the ring, locks with Reigns. Side headlock from Reigns with an uppercut. No. I think that was Sheamus who did that. And then Reigns with an uppercut. Another Sheamus with a knee lift to Reigns. Sheamus grabs the head and pulls Reigns up, then hits a body slam. Sheamus drops a knee to the chest and covers for 1. Then Sheamus drops another knee. Reigns with a right after Sheamus climbs high. Sheamus fights from up top and tries to kick, but Reigns grabs the leg. He grabs the legs and pulls it out from under. Sheamus body slam from Reigns, and a clothesline sent Sheamus over the top rope. And then crowd is loving this match. Reigns heads to the outside, and he is motioned for the cameraman to move. Then sends Sheamus into the barricade. Then the ref hits, and he does the 6 count, and then Sheamus is rolled into the ring. Reigns heads in, but Sheamus hits a high knee to Reigns. And then he goes for the beatdown on the apron, but Reigns elbows out. Reigns is set up in the corner, and Sheamus hits some hard hits, and then sending Reigns to the mat on the outside. And then when we get back from commercial break, we get our first CM Punk chance of the night, and Sheamus is in control with a side headlock on the mat, but both men are up. But Sheamus drops Reigns hard and asks if I'm not entertained, and then Reigns is up out of nowhere, and a flapjack Sheamus, much to the enjoyment of the crowd. This takes a lot of Reigns during this match, and then both men are down, and then Reigns stands up, but Sheamus really was up first, and then he rushed Reigns, but Reigns moves, and Reigns falls, and then Sheamus falls to the outside. Reigns back in, and Reigns hits a clothesline, another clothesline, and then one more, but Reigns hits a hard one in the corner, Irish whip, and Sheamus ducks, kick to the chest, and then Sheamus is up on the shoulder, but Sheamus elbows out. He stands. He stands. No, he sends Reigns into the ropes. Sheamus goes for an Irish curse, but Reigns reverses and drops Sheamus. Um, drops And then Sheamus goes for the cloverleaf, but Reigns sends Sheamus away, hanging over the apron. He heads outside, running drop kicks inside the rings. Samoan drop. Reigns cocks it. Superman punch, but no. Sheamus moves out of the way and locks him up. Reigns elbows out, hit the ropes. Irish curse pin. For two, Sheamus can't believe it. He grabs the face of Reigns. He tosses Reigns into the corner. Reigns fires out again, and he sends Sheamus over the apron. But Sheamus hits a right, then a knee, and goes up. Then Superman punch from Roman Reigns. When Sheamus did this, dive off the top rope, which I thought that was pretty cool. And Reigns looks for a spear, but Wyatt's music hits, and then lights go out, and then the fireflies, like the crowd, with their phones, fireflies in the sky, and then Wyatt walks out. Reigns isn't waiting. He heads to the outside and hits a Superman punch to Wyatt. Reigns grabs the light and looks at the screen, but Wyatt is laughing. He was like, "Anybody but you, Roman." Anybody but you. So, yeah, I thought this was a very good match between Sheamus and, Reigns. And, lately Reigns has been losing all these matches, because they're like, well, we got bigger things in the future for you, so they're going to make him lose these matches. And I like what they've been doing with Sheamus, what they've been doing with him. That's pretty good, because usually with all Money Bank winners in the past, they usually had him lose every match. But, I like what they're doing with Sheamus now, so yeah, props to WWE on that. But this was a very fun match. It's kind of reminded me of like an 80s style match. But yeah, I like how they did this. And then after the match, Sheamus was celebrating in the ring, but Randy Orton's music hits, and Sheamus goes to attack, but Randy Orton hits some rights. He attacks, and then he brought him out to the barricade, and an uppercut to Sheamus. Sheamus tries to head through the crowd, but Randy Orton stops him. Randy Orton is sent into the ring post, and Sheamus sends him into the ring, and then Sheamus is in the ring, and then RKO to Sheamus, and then Randy Orton, and he's really not forgetting what Sheamus has put him through, and I like. So maybe might begin a match at Battleground. I mean, who knows? That'd be nice if we get a match at Battleground. So, yeah. So I was that. And then next we had a backstage segment with Triple H. He was on the phone, and then Seth and J&J Security walk in. Triple H asks how they feel about the car, then sends them outside. Triple H wants to talk to Seth, and he wants to know, what Seth plans on doing with Brock. And Seth says, that he wanted to ask Triple H for some advice, and then he advises what be for Seth Rollins to walk out of Battleground with the title. Seth claims that he has Battleground in the bag. He talks about tonight. Triple H says, that controversial wisdom directs the Seth Rollins stays away from. He pretty much tells Seth Rollins to stay away from Brock Lesnar and let Brock make a mistake. Again, that's not how Brock operates. What Seth needs to do is what no one will expect. Heyman gave him the template. What did he say? Oh yeah, he's talked about the 11th commandment, like how he violated the 11th commandment. Seth repeats it, and then he realizes what Triple H wants Seth to do. So he wants to call out Brock Lesnar later tonight, and then he goes like, "That's the last thing anyone would ever expect Seth Rollins to do right now." While he's so emotion. show Brock what fear is all about, and then Triple H gets oh, he gets like, you go out there and pretty much do what you need to go do, pretty much. And then Seth Rollins um yeah, that's pretty much what happened during that. So later on tonight, that Seth Rollins, he was going to go out and he was going to confront Brock Lesnar. So yeah, and then next we had a segment with Rusev and Summer Rae, and then Lana and Dolph Ziggler. I'm not really going to talk about this. This was really pointless to talk about. And then we had match 4, which was Dean Ambrose versus Bo Dallas. Pretty much Dean Ambrose wins by the dirty deeds. Not really anything else to tell about that. You know, and then the 5th match tonight was King Bear versus King What's Up. I guess that's what they're calling him. But a bull hammer off the top rope. A bull hammer. Well, R-Truth was on King What's Up, whatever you want to call him, R-Truth, King What's Up, whatever. Like I said, he does a jump off the top rope, and Barrett hits a bull hammer for the win. When R-Truth did a jump off the top rope. So yeah. And then now we get to a really fun segment. This is probably my favorite segment of the night, in my opinion. But yeah. So give me a second here. Let me find where I had them. So Seth says that Stephanie and Triple H know what we all need to understand. He is the man and the future of WWE. He been proving it over and over again. The last time being 2 weeks ago when he reunited the Authority and they left the beast Brock Lesnar lying in the center of the ring, like a whimpering dog. Brock Lesnar is yesterday's news and cannot hang with thinking men. Thinking men's champion. We get the exact same footage from at the beginning of the show because like they showed highlights from last week. So yeah, and Seth yells that he is the architect, the man that destroyed the Shield, reunited the Authority, and at Mania he cashed in the contract and the Beast Brock Lesnar to become the champion. There is no one else that on the planet Earth who can beat Brock Lesnar. At Battleground, he's walking in with the title and walking out with it. Earlier tonight, Heyman mentioned, how the 11th commandment, not to provoke the beast. And then he then says that here he is, and he is wondering if Brock is the beast that everyone says he is, or it's Heyman, or is he just Heyman's bitch? And Seth stands with his arms stretched out and smiles. And J&J security are looking around. They're like, where is Brock Lesnar? Nowhere to be found. And then finally, Brock Lesnar's music hits. And then he's not very happy. Seth stands in the ring and then smiling, twirling the stick that he had in his hands. And Brock Lesnar slowly makes his way to the ring. Brock smirks. He backs away from the ring, and then making his way instead towards the car. And then Brock looks towards Heyman and asks for something, and then Heyman brings a box. Heyman opens up, and instead he brings out like an axe. And this is what and pretty much he pulls out another axe, and Seth and J&J still think that he's coming to the ring. But Brock Lesnar looks towards the car again, and he drops one axe, then backs into the car. And then Brock Lesnar busts out some of the windows in the car, and he puts a hole in the side of the car, and he beats down the car and smiles satisfactorily, and he stabs the car repeatedly, chopping it. And Brock Lesnar heads towards the trunk and drops the axe a few times, and then he hits a final swing and lets it stick into the car. And then Brock Lesnar opens the door and rips the door off the hinges. and then he tosses it, and then he tosses the door across the stage, and J&J Security finally, defend their car, and Mercury, he gets rammed into the side of the car, and then Brock grabs Noble, and then Kimura, he breaks the arm, and then Brock Lesnar grabs Mercury as the crowd chants suplex, and then suplex into the windshield. And Seth Rollins is in the ring. Brock removes his t-shirt and then runs out to the ring and hops over the ropes for Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins leaves through the crowd, and Seth Rollins is just too fast for Brock Lesnar for him to catch up to. So so Seth Rollins, he ran out of Monday Night Raw pretty much, which I liked. This pretty much, this was the best segment of the night. This was awesome, best segment of the night. So then the next match we had was the Lucha Dragons versus the New Day. I don't remember really who won this match. I think it was the New Day who won. Yeah, I think it was the New Day who won this match. So I wasn't really paying attention to that match. And then we got the main event. Best match of the night. This was so awesome. This match lasted actually quite a while. So first off, Kevin Owens came out, to accept John Cena's open challenge. But the thing is, he said that since I lost my NXT title, I'm going to face you. He pretty much said that he wants to face him for the title tonight since he lost the title at the Beast in the East special on the WWE Network. But what else happened during this? And pretty much said that he's not going to wait till Battleground, and then before the match starts, to introduce him, Cesaro comes out and he goes like, you know what, I had Cena beat last week, if you believe it or not, and then he goes like, I'm going to face him for the U.S. title, and so Owens leaves, and so we get John Cena versus Cesaro. So they lock up at the beginning. Side headlock from Cesaro, and hits the ropes and hops over Cena, leapfrog. But Cesaro hits an uppercut, and Cesaro heads to the outside. Back after break, and then Cena is ready to tell Cesaro that he can't see him, but Cesaro is up though and hits a clothesline, pin for 2. So Cena kicks out. Cesaro lifts Cena, and Cena hits a drop kick, and then Cena rushes the corner, but Cesaro moves Cesaro with a stomp to Cena, but Cesaro goes for a stalling suplex, which this was much better than Ryback's stalling suplex that he usually does. And he does it with one arm, which I like that, and he does a squat with that. And I like when he did that. That was just freaking awesome. And he floats over for the pin after the suplex, and then Cesaro locks the head, goes to lift, but Cena flips sideways and gets him set up for the electric chair drop, instead sending him face first into the mat. Cena with a right hand. Cesaro fires back, and then they trade rights back and forth. Cesaro with a left uppercut, block a right, and hits his own. Cena set up the AA, but Cesaro gets out and does a DDT and pins for 2. So Cena kicks out. Cena rolls to the outside. Cesaro stands on the apron, but a double stomp Cena's chest, and he lifts Cena and tosses him back into the ring. And then Cesaro covers for 2. So Cena kicks out again. And Cesaro with a I don't even know what that says there. Cesaro and Cena are face to face now, and Cena with a kick to Cena and cover for 2. Cesaro squeezes the head of Cena, then an arm hook lock as we get another break. And then after the break, Cena is hitting a shoulder tackle, only to turn into a backbreaker and a pin for 2. and Cena is in the corner. He dodges a shoulder, but Cesaro power bombs from Cena, and Cena he does like a smile, and then he does the "You can't see me," and then Cena hits the ropes, and Cesaro pops up, only for Cena to do an air power bomb one more time, and Cena goes to do a drop, but Cesaro grabs the arm and locks it in, and then he does a cross. Then Cesaro does a crossface, and Cena is able to stand, turning it into a fireman's. Cesaro hops off and hops off and rolls Cena up for two, and then Cena with a drop toe hold STF. It's locked in, but Cesaro crawls towards the ropes, and he gets the rope break. Cesaro's up with a gut wrench toss like a few times, and then he goes into a pin for two, but Cena kicks out. Cesaro is started getting frustrated during this after he did that. Let's see what else happened. So he started getting frustrated, and then whip into the corner, uppercut, whip, uppercut, whip, uppercut. Cesaro calls for the swing. Cesaro drops Cena with the double leg takedown, but Cena hops up and hits a DDT to Cesaro for the pin, but again, Cesaro kicks out. Cena rolls to the apron. He drags him towards the corner. Cena stands. He heads to the top, but Cesaro with a drop kick to Cena on the top rope. Cena tumbles down to the floor onto the outside. Cesaro rolls out. Cena is back against the barricade. Cesaro, he does a running uppercut while Cena was on the while he was on the barricade. See what else happened. Cesaro drags Cena up and sends him into the ring, and then Cesaro goes to do the top rope. This and waits for Cena to stand and turn. Cesaro with a crossbody, but Cena rolls through and lifts Cesaro. He puts Cesaro on his shoulders, AA attempt, but Cesaro lands on his feet and ducks a clothesline and goes for a powerbomb, but with Cena with a Hurricane Cena with a Hurricane and side slam for two, and Cena is up first, and he does a lift. Then he lifts Cesaro, looking for the AA, but Cesaro elbows him way down, and Cesaro hits the rope springboard. Spinning freaking uppercut. That was freaking awesome. I marked out when that happened, so yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. But he goes in for the pin after that for two, and Cena is in the corner. He pulls him up on the outside the rope. Cesaro on the second rope. He grabs the head and gets ready for the suplex for Cena to set up the AA. Cesaro floats over and goes for a powerbomb, but Cena kicks him away and fell off with a crossbody, and Cesaro catches Cena, though fall away slam into the barricade. Cesaro runs for another uppercut, but Cena lifts him up and over into the timekeeper's area, and then Cena takes time to get his breath, and Cena thinks it's someone in the crowd, and then Cena heads up the apron and finally to top rope. Cesaro hits an uppercut, and Cesaro with a right hand as Cena is seated position. Cesaro with a suplex attempt, but Cena grabs the arm and headbutts Cesaro down. Cesaro stands. Can Cena? He fails, and then he hits a leg drop, pin for two. Cena goes for an AA. Cesaro holds the ropes and then sends Cena into, and then Cesaro comes back. Cesaro sends Cena into the air pop-up uppercut, Pin for 2. Cesaro is stunned in the ring, and he calls for a swing, but Cena hops up and hits an AA for 2. Both men were down, and Cesaro shoots the legs swing. Crowd is they were not doing the counting during this because how awesome this match was. And then Cesaro put in a sharpshooter, and then he locked it into a crossface. But Cena got out of that. But the ending of the match, it comes when Cena and Cesaro, they were on the top rope. Cesaro was trying to do a neutralizer off the top rope, but Cena puts him up on his shoulders for the AA off the top rope. But then after the match, so John Cena wins the match by an AA. Like I said, after the match, Kevin Owens comes out. He tries to do pop-up powerbomb, but Cena reverses it into an AA, and Owens backs out of the ring, and he kind of got pissed off a little bit. Kind of got frustrated there for a little bit. But sorry, this was the best review for you guys. This was my WWE Monday Night Raw review. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I might start doing them on Google Plus. I don't know yet. See how this one worked out. This was my review. And don't forget to follow my Twitter at TheTrueGSP, which you guys can see it right there. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And then go follow this right here, ICWP, at the ICWP _ podcast, because I'm part of that podcast. So yeah, but pretty much Juggernaut saying peace out, and I guess I'll catch you guys in my next video. So peace out.